Baker's going to have a run on the Angelicore going into the bus stop.
Oh my god, what a pass, he got it done.
Good evening, everybody. North American Grand Prix Thursday night GT1 racing coming to you live from Spa, Belgium at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. I am Ken Rodriguez, and before we go any further, let me take this opportunity to introduce two co-hosts tonight, Mr. Alex White Lightning White and Mr. Jack Ivy. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good evening, race fans. It's great to be back. How you doing, Kenny? How you doing, Alex?
Quite well, actually. We're here at Spa, Belgium, which is the mid-season classic for these GT1 guys.
Yeah, an epic track. The guys know it. They all love it. It's going to be a great race. And a lot of shenanigans going out there in the practice today, boys.
Sir, a team has already changed car. Makes it interesting for the night to see how they get on. Ian and John have switched from whatever car they were in to the Maserati.
Yeah, and boy, you know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I believe that this round is the last opportunity for teams to make the switch, no?
Yeah, it is. You can't do it after tonight's race. So they've taken the opportunity.
And this was like a last minute. I'm talking a last minute. They didn't even have a setup going. They had nothing going for them tonight. It is going to be interesting to watch these guys and see how they get around tonight.
I'm watching Ian trying to do his first laps here. I don't know how they'll get on. The Maserati's pretty difficult to drive, and Spa's not the easiest track in the world, so it might be fun for them.
Yeah, that Eau Rouge might be very interesting if he doesn't get get some sort of a setup into that car tonight.
Well, I can tell you this much. You know what? 600 horsepower is nothing to play around with, and these guys, that's a bold move, bold statement, I think, in my opinion, and we're just going to have to see how it goes.
Yeah, he's just fun.
So speaking about Eau Rouge and Spa-Francorchamps, I've got the track map up. The version that we're running is not representative of the map that we have up, so we have the most latest, but it's still a 20-turn course, 20 corners. Everybody knows the Raidillon Eau Rouge being one of the most notorious complexes in all of motorsport, but this is a high-speed track, yet I see some guys that are running high wing setups. Alex, you're our expert analyst. What's up with that?
I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I'll try. In GT1, there's a lot more downforce than in GT2, so you can gain a lot more by having more wing. Plus, a lot of the cars are mid-engined, so you're going to want to try and protect the rears a bit more as well. They'll probably lower it a click or two in qualifying to try and get a bit more speed. But I think it's mostly to do with tyre protection.
And what about gearing? Are the fast guys using a different gearing setup for quali versus race?
I've done that before. I've used a pretty long first gear to try and get first and sixth as close together as I can to get as much acceleration as possible. but I don't think they'll change it, quite honestly, because the source is short enough and it switches over to qualifying. We've got 42 degrees track temperature and 34 degrees ambient at night in Belgium.
Highly unrealistic in my opinion, but yeah, 42, 34, it's hot out there. At least the track temperature is hot.
Yeah.
And for you Americans, that's 107 and 93.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I did not announce to you before the broadcast that I have made the switch to metric simply because my GT2 teammate for the season, Mike Greatrix, likes the metrics. So I've kind of been training my mind in both how to convert. So sorry about that, folks. Just banter.
Now you mentioned qualifying. It is a night qualifying, Alex, but we have got some no quals tonight. These guys have been. I was going through the penalties earlier, and these guys have been rather aggressive this year. We've got Moses with a no qual tonight. Juan Monroy's got a no qual, and Larry Ferguson as well. So Moses ran into Poole, Monroy ran into Canavan, and Ferguson ran into McIntyre. So they're all going to be sitting out, and that's interesting because Moses had some smoking times out there on the track.
Yeah, he was looking really good, and I'm guessing that was with race fuel as well, so he should be competitive, but
Man,
I don't see him winning from the back.
If that was race fuel setup, race trim, boy oh boy. But like you said, Alex, that's a lot of work that he's got cut out for him. It's not a ton of cars out there. I think we're running tonight 24 drivers. So, but yeah, it's going to be hard to win from the back.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's won from the back here before.
Well, he's got a pile of traffic he's going to have to get through to move up. He's going to do well. There's no doubt about that. A lot of drivers carrying some ballast tonight, boys. Kenny, but Poole's carrying 88 pounds. Ludden's carrying 132. Brado with 44 and Brad Maris with 44. And Ian Jolicoeur has incurred his 88 pounds along with John Wathen for their last minute switch.
Yes, that was most unfortunate. I know that I wouldn't want to be running around with any type of weight on my car here at Spa. This is certainly one track that you want to take full advantage of the long straights and some of those sweepy corners.
I've had a lot of weight here, and GT2 makes it a challenge, especially through Rouge and Blanchimont.
I don't think any weight makes anything a challenge for you, Alex. You're just being modest here. Yeah, not much. Not much to say there, right? But you know, I mean, we've seen some amazing feats from drivers that have been carrying ballast, but it's going to be interesting tonight.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Right, qualifying. A decent time round here is a 2:10 to a 2:09. The lap record is Eiran with a 2:09.5.
And that's quali trim, right?
Yeah.
That I don't care. I don't care what trim it is. That's just fast. That's just downright fast around this track. Heck, I have a heck of a time trying to get into keep it under the 220s when we're running GT2, and I see guys out there with smoking laps of 216, 217. I wish. So.
Yeah, there's a lot to get right in a lap round here, and it's pretty difficult to do it all in one go.
So nobody's set a time yet here. We're still waiting for the first driver to come through on their hot lap.
Yeah, John Ludden's coming out of the bus stop just now. He's looked not too bad so far.
Just got on board with Mr. Ludden.
Coming through the source, this is pretty awkward at the best times. But as of right now, Canavan's at the top with a 2:12.2, and well, Ludden goes first with a 2:11.8. so there's definitely still time to be found, but he throws it out Eau Rouge. He comes down the Camel Straight. Andres is beating his time with a 2:11.5 now.
So already, we're starting to see the gloves come off. Virtually speaking, of course.
Yeah, it's... Plus they're qualifying at night time here as well, so... If you get traffic on a lap, it's pot luck as to whether they get out your way or not.
I'll tell you who's been showing some really nice bursts of speed this season has been the boss man, Al Merriman. Right now he's in 7th, but I gotta tell you, he's been doing some pretty miraculous and amazing things with that Saleen SR7 car.
Yeah, he's been doing alright. Let's check the lap records first. One sec.
Sure thing.
Well, the leader race is fairly tight in this GT1 series as we enter the halfway point there, guys. But the team championship, Anger Racing, Prado and Maris, what a dominating team these guys are when they get together. I mean, they're sitting at 130 or 38 points with PMR, Chris Moses and Al Merriman behind them at 83. So they're showing just a brilliant combined effort this season again.
Yeah, they certainly are. And you know what? It hasn't been a win all the time either. They have just been placing really well in the standings. They've been finishing well at the end of the races, good positions, and they've just been accumulating points between the two. And it's been pretty interesting to watch that. 138 versus 80, over 86, like you said, for PMR. T-Broke Dam Bam, Eiran Parsons, and his teammate, they're sitting... Sergio Calderon, sitting in 3rd with 74. So, but yeah, as far as the team championship goes, Jack, I think this is a runaway right now.
It sure looks like it. You know, barring any big incidents here, you know, with Prado and Maris, I mean, if they just keep racking up the points, they're going to have this thing sewn up in the next couple of races.
Again. Yeah, and looking at the drivers' standings real quick, Andres Prado with those two wins and good placing at Jerez, sitting up the top the driver standings with 73, but not too far behind is his own teammate Brad Maris.
And John Ludden's having a fabulous season. You know, I've caught a little bit of him on some of the replays and was privileged enough to watch your broadcast last week. He's got 60 points just ahead of Chris Moses and Ian Parsons. So good on John, having a great season.
Yes, sir.
Parsons just jumped up to 2nd in qualifying with a 2:11.130, half a tenth behind Andrew Werner, who's up top with an 11.0.
So Werner, no doubt, probably driving a David Poole setup, but without the weight, if I'm not mistaken.
No idea what kind of setup he'll be using.
No, I'm just, you know, I'm speculating here, folks. But he's quite fast out there tonight.
Yeah, it's whether he can keep it on track for the whole of the race is the biggest problem. It's people have been known to throw it off.
Some of us have, and in quite brilliant fashion. In the past, they have done that. Even going as far as to say some of them have even thrown a victory rate away. But we'll save that chat for another time.
I do remember a driver throwing it into the wall for no apparent reason whatsoever. It was terrible for that driver.
After about 5 laps, probably about 15 to 20 seconds in front of the field, too. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm sure that driver was pretty annoyed with himself.
Well, I'm pretty sure we caught that on the on the broadcast, and I'm pretty sure the viewers were pretty impressed too.
It was spectacular.
Now, you know, I'm not surprised to see Aaron Parsons up the top here, and you remember shortly, just not long ago, Ken, when we were speculating on who was going to come up the top of this field here. I did mention the wonder from down under.
That you did. That you did. And again, no, it certainly is no wonder. Eiran can be fast on any given night, right? So, no real surprise there, I should say.
Yeah, he had a bit of a disaster in Monza. And no uncertain terms. But that's the biggest blip of the season for him so far. But the rest of it's all been pretty decent.
You know, I gotta hand it to all these drivers. We got 8 drivers running in the 211s right now, and that's not too shabby.
Someone needs to make us step up to the 10s, surely.
Well, we've got
We're so close.
He is, and we've got a little under 14 minutes left to go. So, I believe it can get done. One of these guys just got to lay down that perfect lap.
Yeah, Ryan Schleifer's on a lap just now. Coming up to the bus stop. Through Blanchimont, gets on the horrible stuff, he's 4 tenths down. So unless he has a miracle through the bus stop, he runs a bit wide, bounces over the second curb and spins. See what happens when you take too much curb. I got into so much trouble for calling him a back marker, it was high.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I never knew, you know, saying back marker was such a bad thing to do.
I know.
Oh!
Well, it's not if you're talking about me, but it is if you're talking about all the rest of the guys.
Oh, we were just on board with David Poole, and he just, at full throttle, got into the back of somebody that was stopped on the track.
Ooh. Yeah. Traffic's a problem at night time. It's pretty difficult to see someone behind you when there is so little light.
Well, David Poole's currently in 5th, and John Ludden 6th. Brad Maris now makes his way up to 7th.
The Corvette never seems to be particularly special in qualifying, but in the race, because it's like really good on fuel, always gains a bit of an advantage in the pits. Plus Andres and Brad are not bad drivers at all.
David Canavan is running 9th right now, looking mighty racy out there. I'm sorry.
Racy enough to go up to 5th.
Yeah, I was just about to say, thank you, Alex. Racy enough just to get himself up into 5th, so good on David.
That one. David, John, Brad and Al down a position. Ian Jolicoeur in 10th is beginning to get to grips with the MC12. He's on a lap just now, he's just started one. He got through a Rouge decently enough, I think.
So Ian Jolicoeur currently and provisionally the last spot in your top 10 right now, driving a car that he's not driven this season at all. That's gutsy.
Yeah, breaking down to your Rivage. Keeps it nice and steady through there. This corner is good fun if you get it right. You get it right down into the apex and it sort of pulls you around out across the first sector. He's 5 tenths down. But this corner is 4th, and power on as soon as you know you can get it on. Usually you run out wide over the curb, dart, and brake under the bridge. Oh, that was late on the brakes. He's pushing a bit.
Surprisingly, Matt Taylor's back in 18th. Matt Taylor, who's been he's been doing fairly decent this season. Seems to have just a little bit of struggle here tonight at Spa with the nighttime qualifying.
I don't think he likes Spa very much. Last season, he with in GT2 when we were teammates, it wasn't his best track. Oh, Ian has all sorts of twitchiness going through there. Going through Blanchemont, breaking down to the bus stop. Ah, he turned in a bit too late and got braking a bit wrong. But other than that, it's looked like a decent lap.
Absolutely. So, just going to take a look at scoring and timing. So we have three drivers with no quals. Chris Moses, Juan Monroy, Marty Eiran for being naughty boys. Very naughty.
No one's in the tennis yet. This is surprising.
Alex, did you get to see the broadcast, last week's GT1 broadcast?
No, not yet.
Go take a look at the
Sorry, I
beginning.
couldn't be there.
You know, that's fine, but go take a look. Go take a look at it when you get an opportunity. And I'd say maybe watch the first 15 minutes of the race session. It was quite interesting.
It sure looks like it. There's enough penalties there to fill a page of my writing.
Yeah.
And you know, the start here is always interesting as well.
It is, and it's a daytime race, so in stark contrast to their qualifying, they will be racing in the daytime.
Schleif takes pole.
Yep,
Schleif
210. Yeah.
Way, someone's done a 210.
Now
I thought you were going to say, in stark contrast to nighttime just now, they'll be able to see.
Pretty much. I mean, you know, I've tried just about everything I can to get headlights bright at this track, and I run details at full bore, and it's still just, for me, it doesn't light it up enough.
You turn brightness off on your monitor. That's all you need to do.
Never tried that.
Yeah, you know, that's a great tip, Alex. You know, that was given to me by Johnny Lugnuts, and when I did that, it almost you know, brought it up to daylight conditions. I mean, really drivable, seeable conditions.
Yeah, excellent.
Not that it helps me out, but it'll help some. It'll help some of the better drivers out. They're probably all doing that already.
So, guys, who's going to have an answer to Ryan Schleif's 210.9?
No one else has looked like they've been going to improve at all.
Well, Andrew Werner's just about there, and Parsons not too far behind that, so I don't know. We've got 6.5 minutes left to go of qualifying.
Yeah, looking at sector times, Ryan Schleif lost a tenth and a half in the last sector compared to Andrew Werner. Because he's 2 tenths up in the middle sector.
Right.
So if Andrew can get the middle sector a bit better, he'd have a good chance. And the first. But Eiran has the best middle sector by about 3 tenths.
That's Eiran Parsons, you're saying?
Yeah. That's me doing quick and probably wrong maths, but okay.
It's alright, Alex. We can say whatever we want on the broadcast. Right.
I don't think they're going to fire us.
Nope.
Does that mean I can still call Ryan Schleif a backmarker and get away with it?
Well, I don't know about that. He's not much. He's not showing that tonight, I'll tell you.
Yeah, careful, buddy. He's not showing that tonight at all.
So current positions then. In first place we've got Ryan Schleif, second position Andrew Lerner, third is Eiran Parsons, fourth is Andres, fifth is John Ludden, sixth is David Canavan, seventh is David Pohl, eighth is Brad Merish, ninth is Al Merriman, and 10th is Matt Taylor, rounds out the top 10.
Andres Preto is on a pole setting run right now. He was 200ths of a second quicker than the pole pace, and we're just going to have to see how he does here in Sector 3.
Runs a bit wide.
Yeah.
And jumps on the power. He's going to be lucky if he gets pole, but he's Andres.
No, just missed it.
Jumps up to
Yeah,
second.
but yeah, jumps up to second though. Very respectable.
Yeah, he dropped.
If he runs out the pits right now, he should be able to get one lap in at the end, because time's beginning to run out a bit.
It is indeed. He's going to have to be Johnny on the spot for this one. And it'd be a heartbreaker if he comes around on a smoking lap and it locks him out.
Yeah, we saw on Monday Eiran Parsons getting the timing absolutely perfect and taking pole with 1 second to go, then it switched sessions.
On board with Andrew Werner on a hot lap right now. He's going through Sector 2. I didn't catch his first sector split time, so I don't know if he was on pole pace or above it, under it.
Didn't catch it either.
Oh, we shall see here in about another 3 seconds.
As of right now, the top 4 are separated by 2 tenths.
2 tenths?
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Jeez.
Parsons coming around to finish up his, maybe his last, but he could get another lap in if he's got the tire.
Yeah, he will get another lap in. He left it off in the middle of that lap.
Ludden about
he flies through a rouge.
Ludden about 4 tenths off the pole pace right now, trying to put a fast lap together here at the end of qualifying.
Yeah, Parsons just started his lap and he'll be at the first sector soon. Oof, all sorts of all over the oh, he messed that up.
So
you just call it like you see it there, Alex.
Nah, he's pushing too hard.
Ian through the bus stop just totally blows it.
Right. Parsons is going to need an unbelievable middle and third sector.
Canavan coming around to the final corner.
Ooh, locks up the brakes. Locks up the tires. Not going to be enough. But he does
Up a spot.
Yeah, he's up a spot, so he gets moved up to 5th.
Bumping John Ludden down the place.
Yeah, no improvement for John Ludden. We've got 1:19 left to go, so John might have enough to get one more lap in here.
Ooh, Parsons made up 2 tenths in the middle sector. This might be interesting because Ryan had a fairly poor third sector. So if Eiran can get last, well, corner now, right?
Well,
might do something. Plus the Ford GT is much better out of corners.
we're on board with Eiran right now. Oh, he takes it wide.
Ignore everything I said.
Nearly a half a second.
Andres will be able to fit his lap in. Ryan is off track. Yeah, Andres can finish his lap. He's coming up to Blanchimont now.
Brad Maris coming through to finish up his lap, and he was decent enough time to improve his time, his position.
I noticed that as he was coming through Blanchimont.
10th up,
Well,
braking for the bus stop. Turns in early over the curb. Avoids that curb, which is a bit strange.
right up a spot to 7th.
Yeah. Andres coming up to Lesource. He, well, jumps all over the brakes. Doesn't mess up Lesource, which is nice.
Yeah,
And
don't think he's got enough to make it happen. Oh, okay, I take that back.
Prado into first. Holy jumping.
Prado pulls out a last-second upset, stops it on the grass. Wow.
Al Merriman trying to come around and get his final lap in. I don't know if he's got the time, but it's going to be a squeaker.
yeah, I think he might have.
He might, coming into La Source now.
Nah, never mind.
And there it went. There it went.
Well, that was a pretty excellent lap by Andres. He kept it together through the last sector, which was not bad when you're under a lot of pressure. Ryan Schleif second, which isn't bad for a back marker. I've got to say that now.
Oh boy. Don't go starting trouble for us up here. No, I'm just kidding. That's quite all right.
Hey, Ryan, take him to the forum. Take him to the mat in the forum.
Well, now, hold on a second. Isn't Ryan Schleif running GT2 now?
Yeah. He's running the BMW E92 on Michelin tires,
Nice.
which is, he's got better tires than me. I've got the Dunlop one.
Dunlops are not that bad. I kind of like the Dunlops.
I'd argue with that. I don't like them.
Really? Oh.
Okay, now, hey, why didn't John Watson, why didn't he put in a time?
I mean, I might be wrong, but it looked like he was having some issues with the nighttime qualifying. He's not, he doesn't have a penalty. Not that I'm aware of.
No, he doesn't. No, and, you know, his partner Ian, you know, didn't do too bad for, you know, a last minute let's go and put a Ford GT setup into the Maserati.
Well, let's take a look here and see, yeah, no, I don't...
It might be strategical, so he doesn't have to be in the middle of the pack for Orush.
Well, let me ask you this. Was John Wathan running last week? Because at Zhuhai, he picked up a no-qual.
Ah, then he has to serve it on his next race. So it, thank you for the clearing that up for us, Ken.
And again, that's speculation. I haven't looked at last week's race results, but that's just my... I think that's probably what happened there.
And, you know, I just want to have a little shout out here to all the viewers there in watching us on Twitch TV. Thanks for joining us up here at GT1 at Spa tonight.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Good to have the folks on watching our broadcast. And
yeah, all 642 of them.
yeah, right.
I know viewership's going down a little bit. You know, we were pumping over the 1,000 viewer mark, but it's going down a little bit. We might have to give away some prizes or have some incentives here. Maybe it's just because I haven't been here. I don't know, but we'll have to do something to get the viewership back up.
Yeah, people are missing you, Jack.
We were all missing you,
There's
Jack.
even talk of a... There was talk of a Twitter campaign going round as well. Hashtag bring Jack back.
Bring Jack back. So Jack, while we have a couple,
Yeah, Alex, you guys just want more back markers.
listen. So
Not so.
real quick, I don't know just how much you've watched the broadcast or how much you've been brought up to speed with some of the things that are going on around here. But one thing that Alex and I have been speaking about the last few weeks is the possibility that this is the last season of GT1.
I heard that. I hope it's not the last season of Thursday Night Racing. I guess that's all I have to say.
It won't be the last season of Thursday Night Racing.
No,
It's potentially the last season of Thursday Night GTR2 Racing. Maybe. There's
So-
rumors going around.
Yeah, and what are those vicious rumors, Alex?
That a new sim might or might not be getting used.
I certainly hope that it does. I mean, I don't. There are no mods out for it right now for as far as GT1 is concerned, but it's got an awesome GT3, GT2. It's got some awesome GT2, GT3 cars, so something to keep our eyes out for.
Now, you guys are talking about Assetto Corsa?
We are.
Yeah.
And Alex, real quick, give us your impressions of Assetto Corsa. You've had some time with it now, and being one of the fast guys around here at NAGP, your opinion is highly valued. So, what are your impressions of Assetto Corsa in terms of the car handling? I mean, graphics we know are off the chart compared to GTR2, but car handling wise, what do you think? Is it going to be an equalizer for the fast guys? Is it going to possibly introduce some new names up at the top of the charts? What do you think?
You can't slide the cars as much, but the driving feels fantastic. The only thing that's a wee bit weird with it just now is how you change what you want in the pit stop. You have to do that inside the pit stop. You can't change it on the track yet, but I'm sure we'll find a way of doing that. But other than that, it's great. I really like it. Plus the Spa-Francorchamps that's in that is fantastic, and a couple of people have been sort of playing around with it a few nights now, and we've had amazing fun. Plus the netcode has improved dramatically since we last tried it as well.
Yeah, I noticed
Now,
that as well.
Alex, where does someone like myself grab this Assetto Corsa, and then where do I go to practice with other people?
You get Assetto Corsa from Steam. It costs, I think, $39. That's a guess. And there's the North American GP server, and a couple of us jump on Vent. And the Assetto Corsa room.
Jack, I think you're gonna love it. I really do think you're gonna love it. And a lot of, it's not just North American Grand Prix, but there are a lot of other leagues and other race entities out there on the internet that are currently running sessions, and it's quite different online. And online, they just implemented the pit stop feature, so I think that they're taking a step in the right direction. And not to mention that it just looks fan-freaking-tastic.
Well,
Yeah, graphics aren't bad.
I do hope that if they are going to make a change here on Thursday nights, that it is a change that we can attract our usual cast of characters, because it's quite an enjoyable family here at NAGP.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to join, you can at NorthAmericanGP.com. Sign up is free, and if you wanted to donate to keep the league alive and going, then you're more than welcome to it. And how was that for a segue?
That is done by donation, so we are a donation-supported league. As Alex mentioned, you can sign up for free. We do not charge for racing. However, our server costs are they're a little bit on the high side, roughly around $300 US a month. And I got to tell you that with the help of some of our supporters, monthly supporters, and Al Merriman, they do a fantastic job of keeping this league alive and running. So, and not to mention that there's great structure here In terms of what we do racing-wise, there are no favorites, no favoritism. No elitism is practiced here, so everybody just jumps on board, and we get here. We're just like one big happy family.
Oh, come on, Kenny. I got my favorites. You got your favorites. Come on.
Well, what I'm saying is that there's no politics involved, no racing politics involved in NAGP. Thanks to the likes of Al Merriman.
There's no back markers here at NAGP.
I didn't say that.
Oh, a stab through the heart. Alex White's bleeding. Somebody get him a bandage.
Ow.
All right, guys, warm-up's done.
Warm-up is done. And
So who do we think's going to win?
okay, Chris Mosey starting from the back, but he's got the quickest times. If he can get through some back markers, he he has a chance, man. I'm telling you, I think he has a chance.
Will you guys stop it with the back markers?
Okay.
Right. So
if he
Ken's
can,
going for Chris.
I am.
Jack?
Yeah, Aaron Parsons going to take this one,
Oof.
guys. Count him.
Way
Oh, flooded track. Parsons all the
Oh, let's go ahead and start this. Andres Prado starting on pole. Ryan Schleif second. Andrew Werner third. Eiran Parsons fourth. And David Canavan fifth. I'll turn it over to Alex.
Sixth is John Ludden. Seventh is Brad Maris in the C5. David Poe in 8th. Al Merriman is 9th. Marty Eiran is 10th. And Jack.
And Thomas Schubeck. Good on you, Thomas, in 11th. Matt Taylor in 12th. Ian Changeroo in 13th. Greg, Mr. Smooth Myers in 14th. And Sergio Calderon in 15th.
Starting in 16th, Mike Greatrix. Salem Montgomery Jr. in 17th. 18th goes to Johnny McIntyre. And Gup Douglas in 19th. And Bjorn Hemmen in 20th.
Larry Ferguson is 21st. 22nd is Chris Moses. 23rd is Juan Monrod. 24th is not Jack Ivey, Ken, or Alex. It's John Wathen.
That it is. That's your running order.
So,
So what the heck happened here, man? We switched over, and it is flooded. This has got to be wow. Such an equalizer here tonight.
This is going to be great. I'm going to sit at the back with John Watt.
I think what's happened is the weather mod decided to be realistic and give us Belgian weather. Having been to Spa, it was horrible the whole entire day I was there. But brilliant fun.
Well, and then this should bring back fond memories, but it is going to be a mess at the end of the straightaway.
Right. For me to win, I'm going to go for the back marker, Ryan Schleif.
Ow! Owie, owie, owie.
Well, to say the least, this is going to be interesting, guys, because the lights are starting to come on before they go green. Engines are revving, and we're ready to go here at Spa on a flooded track. And they're off.
Andres gets a great start, heads into Eau Rouge. Everybody's going to be very careful through here for the first time.
Oh, carnage!
Oh, there is carnage.
Oh,
there is carnage. That looks like Watson.
Wathen picks his way through, gets up to 19. Greatrix
that was
is
Ian
stuck on the graph.
Ian Calderon and Greatrix, yep.
And Greatrix is sliding like backwards or something.
No, yeah, he got back to pit lane, which was a smart move by Mikey.
Oh, Taylor was off there. And Eiran Parsons is already having go at Ryan Schleif, giving Andres a wee chance to sort of run away a wee bit.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Barn burner, Jack, tonight. It's a barn burner.
And I don't know how, because there's enough water out there to put out any fire.
I don't know, man.
Bjorn Heyman has lost it.
And the track quickly goes to wet.
Ooh, Greatrix, I think, has the complete wrong tyre on. He is backwards on the Camel Straight. He is struggling.
Yep, it looks like several folks may have taken some really bad tire choices because I'm watching Matt Taylor just kind of slide down the running order.
And now if these guys have started on soft wet, the guys with the middle engine cars are going to really have to watch their rear temperatures if it's already gone wet. Because soft wets are not very good if they start overheating.
Well,
No.
one of the good things is they are starting to space themselves out just a little bit, which is good. Other than 6, 5, 4, 3, they're all in tight together.
Ooh, Ludden and Werner side by side through the bus stop there. Ludden gets past.
Chris Moses with all kinds of damage in the very front of his car, so that is no doubt gonna cause him some pain here tonight. 90 minutes of racing.
Yeah, but he picked up 7 spots in that first lap, so that wasn't too bad.
He and Jolicoeur having all sorts of problems coming out of the bus stop. And Mike Graytrix looks like he is just half throttle, not even quarter throttling it around the track. Not sure exactly what happened to that boy.
Yeah, I think he's
driving the Lamborghini. It's V-shaped in the front.
yeah. That car is a good car when he's got slicks on. No cars should ever do that.
I don't know if anybody went out there with slicks. Not sure exactly what they were thinking because, like I said, the track quickly went to wet. So if that's any indication and it just continues to go that way, we might see it go damp not too far from now.
Ludden all over the back of Schleif.
Yeah. The way it's been looking so far this lap, it's sort of a matter of time before Ludden gets past.
Oh,
Yeah, he just... that's got to be a difference of tire there, I would say, because he is all over the back of him and just looking for an opportunity to get by, and Schleif seems to be having a little bit of control issues.
Yeah, he's a bit everywhere coming out of corners. Oof.
That was a close one.
something's got to give between these two. We're on board with John Ludden at the bumper cam. He's way off coming through Blanchimont.
That's got to be really slippery getting offline there.
Yeah. Ooh. That's close.
That was very
he's
close.
He's just letting them know I'm here.
Andrew Werner's behind that little battle that's shaping up, and he's actually gaining some ground there. And his
Schleif off, and Ludden makes a pass.
yeah, we caught that. We caught it.
And Schleif has dropped down to P6 now, as Poole and Werner went through, and Ludden.
Well, no doubt. Just looking at the running field right now. Oh, as Salem grabs the wall at the top of Eau Rouge and gets ping-ponged to the other side of the track, quickly dropping down the running order down to 11th.
David Poole and Andrew Werner. Poole gets past Werner.
Surprisingly, there is not a scratch on Salem's car. I mean not a scratch. I'm circling that car. That thing looks like it just come out of the showroom.
Overshoots the braking by miles.
Yeah, I see that. That's interesting.
Got drops to 14th because of that mistake. 15th even. Like in Chris Mosey's back.
Now up in 10th we got Canavan, and Canavan is chasing Schubeck, and Schubeck is chasing Myers. Now Gregory should do all right here in the wet. You know, he's pretty smooth in his driving style. Well, I think he is anyway. He's very consistent, very smooth. I've said that a million times. I'm saying it again anyway.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a great battle here. I'm on board with David Canavan looking ahead. And three-way battle there for, looks like P8.
Yeah, that's a very colorful shot. It looks like we got a circus train going down there with the colorful paint jobs on those cars.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Wester's probably the best looking one.
Colors of the world unite there. So,
Schubeck might get side by side coming up to Blanchimont, and the wet is probably not the cleverest of ideas. Yeah, backs out of it. Sensible move. That might have Canavan a chance to go for it on the brakes.
Whoa!
But
Werner almost lost it there at the bus stop, but he's got her going again. So we got Werner and Poole in 5 and 4. They're having a good race for this team if they can keep it together.
quick battle is going to start shaping up here, it looks like, for the lead. Eiran Parsons is not too far behind Andres Preto.
He's pushing.
And yeah, he nearly caught the wall at the top of Eau Rouge. So that gives Andres Preto an opportunity to get away a little bit there.
He's up into traffic, and he's going to get slowed down by that traffic. It's not going to be easy to pass in this wet stuff.
Oh, that's Mike Greatrix up ahead in the Lamborghini Diablo.
Mikey taking it wide and giving Parsons the lights. Good on Mikey. Boy, Parsons is really pushing, but so is Andre. I mean, they're using every bit of the track out there.
Don't think Andre...
Yeah, as long as they stay on the racing line, you should be alright in terms of grip. But if the racing line's wet and the off the racing line is still flooded, then it's a bit tricky.
Well, I'm still seeing a lot of glare and a lot of spray coming off the track, even on the line, so it's got to be fairly slippery out there.
Yes, sir. So, first and second are running fairly close to each other right now. The gap back to Parsons is only 1.1.
Yeah, it was like 3 seconds after the first lap.
But the closest battle out on track right now seems to be Schubeck, Canavan, and Myers in a heated battle for that P8.
Yeah, and Canavan has gotten around Schubeck.
And Schubeck is looking like he wants to get that position back.
Well, Thomas would probably be, well versed just to stay with these guys, because as Canavan goes to pass, anything can happen.
It looks like Canavan and Myers are starting to pull away a little bit from Schubeck.
Ezra, despite that mistake, still gained about 4/10 on Andres.
Wow, cycling back a little bit. You go behind Schubeck, you got Tim Montgomery, Brad Maris, Marty Eiran, and Chris Moses. This is a freight train, boys.
Moses, Marty Eiran gets nearly sideways there, coming through Eau Rouge.
Along with Chris as well.
Brad Maris goes for the overtake on Salem. That's going to be difficult around the outside there, but the racing line is there, and Salem gets a position up. Fair enough.
I'm going to have to look at that replay. You know, you said Salem ping pong. Oh, there's a bunch of cars off the track there.
Oh!
Oof.
Whoa. And Brad Maris gets away from that one, but that... Who was that? Was that Canavan? It was Canavan.
Indeed it was.
They got side by side and touched.
And Canavan's down to 16th now.
Oh, heartbreaking.
So, Cup Douglas in 14th, Moses in 13th, Salem 12, Marty Eiran 11, Brad Maris. That's quite the freight train going around there.
Yeah, it's always difficult when you're in one of them.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
might have a run. Maybe. Nah, he doesn't.
Now, you
But
know,
it's
just
close
to
at the
let you know,
front.
guys, Parsons and Prado, they're bumper to bumper right now.
and we are there with them.
Gets a good run out of Resource. Maybe it was have a run up and off Camel. But Andres should be able to get a decent enough run as it goes for the wide entrance. Trying to get power on early, but power on early in the wet usually doesn't work.
Well, he didn't seem to lose too much. He didn't gain much out of it, but he didn't lose much, and a good try.
Well, he is all over the car. And I doubt he's got to run this lap. Then I have to wait for next lap.
Boy, look at that. You know, I'm on board with Parsons right now. I don't know where the camera is, but the spray off of Prado's car when he goes off line, he must be trying to keep the tires cool, or is he just protecting the inside, Alex?
Yeah, we caught that. We caught that. And there was a lot of spray, too. Well, I mean, let's take a look. The track conditions right now are what? It's still wet, 25 degree track temperature and 21 ambient, so it's not hot out there, but the race groove might be warming the tires up just a little bit.
Well, Eiran is sure putting the pressure on Andre tonight.
Andre just doesn't make big mistakes.
Eiran Parsons nearly looking on the outside.
That's one way of defending the position, is when you get to the apex of the corner and just sort of meaningfully slow it down just a mile an hour or two as it runs out into the gravel.
We call that kitty litter around here, Alex.
Yeah, well, Andre took a little bit too much of the curb on the next corner to sort of equal that out, but still gave himself a little bit of breathing room there.
Fredo wide, Parsons wide.
Yeah, don't run wide there. It can throw you off.
Yeah, we've seen that in the past.
That's the gummy stuff out there. Not the sticky gummy, just slippery gummy.
Yeah, it's a bit horrible. Battle at the front is calmed down. Let's see if there's anyone else fighting.
Yeah, Poole and Schleifer, Poole's giving Schleifer a bit of a run here. But, you know, Johnny McIntyre, we haven't even mentioned him. He's having a great race so far, and he's right up behind Poole.
He's having an awesome race. He's running in 6th. And that Pirelli shod Saline seems to be right at home here at a very wet Spa.
Whoa. Brad Maris is just given, Marty, you ran a little bit of a tap, but Brad backed off and let Marty continue on in that spot. So good on Brad there. But Brad has him going through Eau Rouge.
Yeah,
oh yeah, he's got to run here. And Marty protecting Marty's protecting that inside line. Let's see what happens here. Oh.
Yeah, Marty, he'll holds the position.
I thought that was defended really well.
Yeah.
As do I.
Is the rainy stuff, or is it just me?
No, it stopped, and
it's still raining on my screen, but it may be because I'm in a different country than you guys are.
Yeah, it just doesn't look as heavy.
Gonna take a quick dip back into timing and scoring.
Soft flats.
That it will.
Yep, a little farther back, Moses in 12th, Cup Douglas in 13.
You know, Jack, you've always made reference to Chris Moses as the pit wizard. You know, we got a 90-minute race here at Spa, and while we're a few laps into this race already, Chris Moses, having worked his way up to 12th, I'm
Merriman in the pits.
starting to think that he may have something up his sleeve.
Both Al and Greg Myers are in the pits.
And that's uber early. Wow. So they must have had a bad tire choice when they went out, because we're working lap 7 now.
I don't really get it. I was watching Greg Myers. He came in the pits, but I don't think he did anything in the pits. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'll have to wait and take a look at the timing.
You said Greg Myers, right?
Yeah, Greg Myers was in the pits and he's back in.
Well, something had to have happened because he had a 4:04 lap time there.
Yeah, he must have had a tire change.
So Al comes out in 20th, and Ian Jolicoeur is running in 21st right now, and they're going to have a little battle back here at the back of the field for that P20.
Yeah, and the battle at the back and the battle at the front keeps on going too. You know, we still have Eiran Parsons and chasing down Andre Credo, just looking for
Oh, Wathen buys it at the top of Eau Rouge and certainly has some problems with that Maserati now.
Yeah, if he's got a puncture or anything like that, it's a horrible lap round. Although it doesn't look like he's got a puncture.
No, he looks okay. He's still got some handling problems there. It sure looks like he's got his hands full.
Ooh, Werner was backwards through the P1.
Oh, looks like Mike Graytrix went into the pits and got his car squared away. Matt Taylor,
now,
DNF.
Ludden has jumped up to enter this battle for the win.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, he sure did. And you know what? I mean, we saw it in the early laps. His Pagani just seems to be very hooked up in the wet stuff, so who knows what we might see here. But I'll tell you this much. I mean, John Ludden has been running great this season. He's not had his victory yet, but he's awfully close.
He finally won in GT2, which I think
did,
was a bit overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thrilled to see that result. I haven't been following much this season, guys, but I was thrilled to see that.
Well, I got to tell you this. It's his first full season in GT2, so that's pretty amazing that he pulled off a win already in his first season of GT2, considering the competition that's out there. GT2 feels the larger grids, and the competition is very fierce up at the front. So he did an amazing feat there.
Yeah, the back markers have a lot of competition too.
Wathen is out.
Wathen was all over the track, and I guess he just decided to park it.
Yeah.
Oh, Schleif gets back up to 4th. Oh, David Poole gets sideways. John McIntyre is right behind them, ready to capitalize. Look like John's just going to kind of like sail right past them. And Poole is sliding.
What's happened is his soft wets have given up. Might have overdriven them a bit.
Perhaps.
Pits as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm just watching some of the cars. I'm up here with the leaders, and I'm not seeing the spray we saw earlier, and it definitely has, you know, the rain has let up, if not at, you know, totally stopped.
Yes.
I'm still seeing some spots of rain here and there, but it's very, very light, so well, the track is still wet.
Yeah.
You know, that John Ludden is in a really good spot if he can just hang on to the back of these two guys, because it's just going to take one tap between these two cars, and that's going to
on the inside.
Oh, and they touch.
Whoa.
And Ludden gets around.
And Ludden does not have to stop. It looks like Eiran's going to concede the top spot to Ludden. And
Yep. He's giving it back to Prado.
He's giving it back to Prado, even though they're losing the lead.
That's fair.
It was, but I'll tell you this much. They're going to have their work cut out for them the rest of this first stint because, like Jack pointed out, Ludden worked his way up into the battle, and his car still looks very hooked up in the rain on the wet track.
That was a brilliant bit of foreshadowing by Jack.
Thanks. I see these things, just developing in my mind, and it's just
They're
an
all taking the
astute
wet one.
observer of this craft.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andres Prado has turned up the heat a notch because he's not letting Ludden get too far away, and he's pushing to catch Ludden.
Well, they've all got a very similar pace, so it's going to be interesting to see if now that John's gotten by, if he can actually hang on and drive smooth enough to pull away from these two guys, because these two guys are still going to be battling, and Prado's got to protect his line, so he's going to be giving up a little bit of time, trying to hang on to that spot. That's just my 2 cents worth.
Well, you're absolutely right, because Ludden is now starting to pull away from these two again as Prado now starts driving a little bit more defensively, so quite interesting.
And, I don't know, Alex, it was very gentlemanly of Eiran to, lift off the throttle and let Prado get there. But, if I got to be honest, if that had been me, I would have said, let the CC decide. I'm going. You were holding me up anyway. And it looks like, actually, it looks like Parsons has the pace on him.
Yeah, Eiran definitely has pace, but if I hit someone, I'd rather give the position back, especially if it's a few laps in and we're pretty much on the track.
Well, one thing.
If it's the start of the race, then.
Yeah, that's only because you're a better man than I am. I would have just said, "Oh, the heck with it," and gone for it.
Let's be real here, guys. Eiran Parsons, Andres Prado really don't have much. Yep, there they go, side by side.
You don't go through a ridge side by side and wet.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
But as I was saying, neither one of these guys have anything to prove in terms of how fast they can be.
Parsons has got him.
Yeah, Andres is going to go really defensive. Don't know why Ez is wobbling all around the place, but Ez will have the drier line, so might be able to outbrake him.
Oh! And he loses it.
I love it.
That was a brilliant attempt at a nice pass that didn't quite work.
Well, had it been dry, I think the outcome would have been way different, but it's not dry, it's wet. A lot of reflection still out there on the track, gentlemen.
Yeah, if it had been dry, Andres would have kept the position, even without Ez running off.
So now Johnny Max in 4th, Maris in 5th, and Juan Monroy in 6th.
Yeah, John McIntyre doing a brilliant job up in 4th.
He's having a great race tonight.
Well, if he can hold Brad Maris off, he's doing a great job because Brad's just one of those steady drivers.
David Canavan, who had gotten knocked all the way back, what was it, to 18th or 16th? He's back up to 9th.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a disaster there at the beginning.
Bjorn Heyman is having a fairly decent race. He's up in 12th right now.
Poole taking a DNF. David Poole taking a DNF.
Oh, heartbreaker. Just cycling back through the field. Seeing what's going on. Not a whole lot going back. Well, David Poole out and Sergio Calderon, Mike Greatrix, and, well, John Wathen's out.
Ezra again. Andres still keeps the position. The best battle on track is for second right now. Although, I think they might have to start thinking about pitting soon. Quite honestly, just because of the soft wet tires.
Well, we had another good battle going on there with Salem and Marty. Salem in that spotless Ferrari. I'm gonna have to question his mechanics. What's he running, Kevlar or something on that thing? But Marty in the pit.
Oh, is it right up, Andre?
Well, you know what? I'm up front with this battle between Eiran Parsons and Andres Prieto, because they're actually starting to gain just a little bit on John Ludden, who had started to pull away a couple laps ago, but these guys are starting to make some inroads there. Oh, and they nearly touch again.
Well, you know, I can see the frustration growing on Eiran Parsons. He wants by.
Yep.
I mean, Alex,
just caught John McIntyre.
Alex, you must have been in this position many times when you're up that close and can't get around. I mean, it hasn't happened to me, well, at all. But it must be quite frustrating.
Yeah, it gets a bit annoying. It's always the worst when you know that you have pace on the guy ahead, but you just can't get past.
Well, here's a different school of thought. So, what if Parsons does have pace on Prieto, can begin to initiate a clean pass, but in order to get the spot back, Prieto kind of turns into him subtly.
Well, yeah, you know what? That's why I said I would have kept going. Go, go, go.
I mean, it's possible. I don't think that's what's going on here, but it's possible. I know that right now Andres is defending fiercely, does not want to let Parsons by, although he may not have much of a say on this lap.
Oh, this is in
a great position.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Andre.
Oh, whoa, Nelly.
I don't know what the heck happened there to Andres, but that was scary.
I don't know how he kept it together there. And Aaron's trying it again.
Yay. That's a great... That was all about that.
Oh, Andre coming back at him. Oh, we're not done yet. Oh, man. That is some great driving there.
Yeah, Andres
wow.
got that together brilliantly.
Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
Boy, oh boy, this is a barn burner here.
Yeah, credit to Andres there. That was well kept together. As it just got all excitable.
Yeah, you know, you got to hand it to Andre. He stayed on the pedal.
Oh, Parsons with the advantage here. We're going to have to see what happens.
Oh, can he hang on the outside?
And Prieto unable to put the power down because he'd get into Parsons, and it looks like Parsons has got it done.
Whoa, Prieto off the track, into the kitty litter. Oh.
Yeah, he put a wheel on the outside of the car there. And it spat him out the wall. Now the question is, does Ezra have enough pace to catch John, who's sort of driven away from that battle going, oh, there's a car in the middle of the... Oh, dear!
Oh, my. That is one of the Circus Lambos. And Parsons will quickly...
That's Ludden.
What
Ludden
happened
is out.
Ludden is out. He lost his whole entire front clip.
Front clip's gone. I mean, the engine's gone.
Oh.
That's got. Oh,
Yeah,
that's.
That was Greg in the middle of the track.
Greg Myers? Wow.
I don't know why Greg moved there.
Alright, so check this out. We were talking about the team championship earlier, how Anger Racing seems to be running away with it, and right now they're running second and third. Will lend some credence and points to the team championship.
Poor old John Ludden. I think he's trying to start the car. It doesn't look good, John. You're missing the front clip. But you're not too far from the pits if you can get it going again.
Nah, I think he's out. Which is a massive shame for something that was not his fault at all.
Yeah. And I think that might have been Ludden that dropped.
Nah, Ludden just went back to pit.
That was a heartbreaker. He went back in, gone with suspension.
Wow, Ryan Schleif out, Mike Graytrix is out, Poole is out, Wathen's out. Whew. We're down to, oh, somebody else just dropped.
So Greg Myers has put himself in the pits after that accident, I guess, to get a little bit of repair done. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Douglas is in the pits as well. So, battle between Maris and Monroy right now seems to be the closest on the field.
Yeah, because Parsons has opened up almost a 6-second gap over Prado after Prado's scraped with the wall. Prado could be suffering from a little bit of damage there, too. He needs to drive a Ferrari. Those things don't seem to get damaged when they hit the wall.
And folks, this is a good time for our NAGP disclaimer. The comments and the thoughts expressed on this show are completely our own. It does not reflect the attitude or the thoughts of our administration here. We are just off the walls. We are just off the wall and say whatever we like. So Prato,
and it was a short return to NAGP TV. I enjoyed it, but I'll probably get banned for the rest of my life. But we're having fun tonight, folks.
That we are. Man, we had made it up to 9 viewers on the telecast, and we're down to 8. But you guys, if you want to join in on the conversation here on the broadcast, type something.
Hey, you know, Ken, that's counted in hundreds. It's 800 views.
800 views. Well, if I look at the I next to the 8, it says 33,395.
Yeah, that's so far this season.
Oh, that's not now? Oh, okay.
No. If we had the 33,000, I think we might even have a chance of getting actually paid for this gig. I want to make mention of somebody out here. I don't know much about you. You know, sorry, I've been away for a little while. I am glad to be back. I got to tell you guys that. But P10, Larry Ferguson. Who is Larry?
He used to drive with his Gamers crib a few years ago. He's not bad. He's consistent, if anything. He's
careful there, careful.
So,
I was complimenting him.
You were. I was just you know, just didn't want you to say that those 2 words.
Well, I'll tell you this much, that he's not the first one to come to NAGP from Gamers Crib. We've actually picked up a few of their folks, so it's good to see them. It's good to see them racing with us.
Now he's racing that Nissan, is it? It's got a new paint job. I'm not familiar with that this year, but it looks like he's in the Nissan.
New paint job, same old crappy handling.
Whoa. No, it's not. It's not rubbishy handling at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I strike a nerve? I did not mean to strike a nerve with you, Alex.
Yeah. For the guy who could drive a shopping cart to the lead, yeah, it handles just wonderfully. For the rest of us, yeah, it's a handful.
Ian Jolicoeur ducking into the pits, no doubt, for some rubber and petrol and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the things that make the car handle and go forward.
Well, the track went damp. We're going to start to see these lap times drop, as some of these guys will definitely and no doubt go to slicks. At least the ones that can keep it in the racing line.
Ian, as of right now, has a really sort of, well, decent opportunity to try something, because it's gone damp as he's gone into the pits. So if he's noticed that, he might take inters even. I think it's probably a bit early for a slick, but inters might not be a bad idea here for him.
Nope, perhaps not. Oh, Espreito just nearly misses a spun out saline. I think it was Moses. David.
Moses is
good.
Not a good night so far.
Canavan works his way back up to 5th. Better than what he was before that little mishap for Canavan, so good on you, David. Nice to see you up there running into top 5. And here's worth a mention. John McIntyre, phenomenal race tonight. He's up in 6th.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just down getting some intel down from the pit road there, boys, and Ian Joe, of course, going out in medium tires. So
risky.
He said this is going to be really interesting going through Eau Rouge the first time.
I think we should watch him. Where is he? Oh, Eiran's wide, but he's already got a 9-second gap over Andres, and still doesn't pit. But the gap Eiran has opened from Andres already is pretty massive. Wonder if Andres pits.
Great battle for P10 between Eiran and Moses.
Now, who's got the fuel advantage here, Alex? Parsons or Prieto?
Prieto by quite some margin.
So that's going to bring these two guys closer back together then come pit time.
Yeah, Ian's trying to get past the R35, whoever that is. Yeah, he does so.
That would be Larry Ferguson.
Yeah. So, from what I've watched of Ian in the first couple of corners so far, he doesn't look bad compared to everyone else at all.
We're chasing Ian right now.
Maybe a bit tentative on the throttle, but it looks okay. It went offline.
Oh yeah.
And caught all of the wall.
I did talk to Ian about inters because you had mentioned that.
Andres is off track. Andres with a puncture.
Oh, sorry that we missed that. He
Andres
just doesn't seem to be able to get
He
off.
is stuck. Yeah, he's got a rear left puncture, which is he's never going to get back to pits. He's out the race pretty much.
Yeah, he's done. Where is he on the track? Is he at the beginning of Kemmel Straight?
Kemmel. Yep. Just after the right hand kink.
Oh, this is gonna be scary.
He can't even go up the hill.
He'll blow the motor.
Yeah, he's done. No, blows. We're right first.
He'd probably be better off trying to back it down into the pits.
Shh! Don't say that too loud, man. give him some bad ideas.
Whee.
That's just dangerous.
He's done.
Yeah, so Aaron Parsons has a 20-second lead over Illinois.
Oh! They just keep getting closer and closer.
Yeah, time to park Andres.
Never say die. Never say die. Keep going, Andre. Keep going. Well, Maris, Monroy Parsons, 3-2-1. And none of them have pitted yet, so they all made it through the first.
I was about to say Parsons now just past Prado. Don't know why Prado just doesn't park it at this point. He's never going to get around the track to get back to the pit, so let's give it up.
So if I was as of right now, I'd be pressing the pit button unless he can't make it to the end yet, which would be really annoying for him, because he's going to have to drive with all sorts of light right foot. Yeah, he's trying to find all the water in the world. I wonder if he's still not parked, but he's beginning to smoke. That's unhealthy.
Salem has lost
Someone
it.
just hit him.
Salem on.
Salem Montgomery.
Going backwards.
Wow.
Yeah, Salem just hit Andres.
He hit him?
Yeah, Salem just hit Andres.
Okay. All right, boys. There's still not a scratch on that Ferrari. I want one of those cars.
I want one of them too.
I got.
So Prado finally.
Front left puncture.
So Prado finally disconnects. That's going to be one for the CC to take a look at. If you know you ain't going nowhere, why stay out there on the track and risk it? And you know, I'm gonna say it bluntly. That was unsportsmanlike, plain and simple. It was unnecessary and uncalled for.
It all comes down to being greedy about the points. They want to pad their team points. There you go. Hey, I said it. It's out there. You should have hit the escape button.
You're out the race early on. Where the heck are you gonna go? You can't even make it up make it up a straight. It was unnecessary.
Well, there's only 17 cars out there. You know, if he had been able to get in, no matter how far down, he would have picked up points.
Yeah, I see. Well, the skies are clearing up out there.
Larry Ferguson in the pits.
Salem trying to stay out of trouble and get back to the pits.
Werner off the track. He's running in P14. He's struggling right now.
Schubeck in 9th. So Johnny Mack drops back a little bit now. Did he pit? Let's go take a look at Johnny Mack's lap times. And it looks like, it looks like he just pitted. So he's trying to get them tires back up to a workable temperature. Aaron Parsons.
Yeah, you know what?
20-second lead.
Yeah, track temps up to, sorry again, you metric boys, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, ambient is 68, track's on damp. Would Inter still be a good call on this, Alex?
Let's take a look at Ian's times. Where is he? There he is. His last lap was a 2:30. Jesus, 2:36.
Let's not take a look at Ian's times. They're not that good.
No, they're not. Although he looks a bit better this lap. I think in the next couple of laps it'd be time to take mediums.
Oh, it looks like Ian picks up a spot because Werner went into the pits now, so probably going to try and pick them off one by one. Salem finally makes it into the pits to get some repair done on his car.
No, he's just getting fuel and tires. There's no repair needed on that thing. That thing's gorgeous.
Alright, so closest battle out on the track right now, Moses and Eiran, I guess.
Yeah.
And even then, I mean, Eiran's got a pretty decent lead over Moses.
Button posted up. Hey, Alex, I guess you're onto the chat board there too, eh?
Yeah.
John, we're feeling for you. That was a crappy outcome. You were running a great race.
Yeah.
But you've had some great races this season, so it's good to be watching you.
You'll win eventually.
And yeah, that W has just been all elusive, and we feel your pain, Mr. Ludden. We feel your pain.
Well, he'll win eventually in GT1, but he's already done it in GT2, so
that he has.
Wins not. He will be in Race of Champions, which is coming up soon, boys. It's going to come up soon. I'm going to lean on Alex and put this Race of Champions together, and boy, we want to have a big crowd out for this one.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, last Race of Champions was brilliant.
Yeah, whatever you choose, Alex, we're going with the opposite.
Just don't let the race be at Abu Dhabi, okay?
Okay, so
No,
we've
we don't
done
want that track.
19 laps. Parsons and Monroy and Maris. When are they coming in?
Soon.
Yeah, it's got to be really... Oh, Mike Greatrix with a DNF. It's got to be real soon because these guys have not pitted, but they've built up a substantial lead over the rest of the field.
Well, Parsons has,
and
but
this lap.
Well, Canavan hasn't
pits.
pitted either.
Parsons in the pits.
Parsons is in. Will Monroy follow suit?
But Canavan is showing one, I guess it's a cut track lap, maybe. He's showing one lap with no time in it.
Yeah, that's a cut. But where would he have cut? It's really not an easy track to cut around here.
Maris in the pits. Heyman in the pits. Canavan in the pits.
And Juan Monroy stays out. Brad Maris coming out and... Oh, no, he's in the pit. Sorry. Canavan's in, yep. Parsons is getting serviced, is he? Yep. Looking at Eiran coming through Blanchemont. Hey, he didn't even lift off. Wow. Not bad.
Parsons is rolling.
Parsons is off the jacks and coming around, but boy, that is such a long pit road. And here comes Marty Eiran through La Source. Gonna be interesting to see this how this shapes up.
I absolutely hate that back pit row because you can incur damage just getting out of that last corner on pit road there.
Yeah. And so, of course, advantage will go to Marty Eiran, Chris Moses, and then Eiran now able to get on the throttle. So I think these things will still iron themselves out.
Yeah, I wonder what tires Eiran's going for.
Well, Moses is not pitted as yet.
Yeah, Marty's not either.
And Maris has not either.
Yeah, Maris is too. His last lap time was 30 seconds off his normal lap time, so Maris is definitely due for a pit stop.
So your current race leader, Juan Monroy, into the pits now.
But, you know, Chris Moses started dead last, so he's done well.
Telling you, if anybody can win this race here tonight,
Chris Moses can, but again, he's not pitted, so that's the disadvantage, is that he will cycle back once he decides to come into the pits.
It's going to be a pretty long cycle back.
Yeah,
Hitting here takes forever.
it certainly does. And the fact that you've got to go through both the front, the back and the front pit road, it's excruciatingly long. Torturing.
Yeah, Schubeck hasn't pitted either.
Really?
Yeah.
On board with my boy Bjorn Hemmen. I gave him kudos last week. This guy comes out every single week, and while he has not won, he's just consistent in his attendance. Always out here with us.
Larry Ferguson had a little bit of a mishap. He's got it off the track, but he's going again. Dropped a couple of spots, but he's got it rolling.
27-degree track temperature, boys, and it's gone damp. It's been damp for a while. Yeah, sorry about the beeping, boys. I don't know what's causing it. It's something on my machine that's conflicting with the XSplit broadcaster. So sorry. Some folks can hear it, others don't.
Yeah. Just don't pay attention. Pay attention to the action, boys.
That's it. So Marty out there with a 4-second lead over Chris Moses, but he still has yet to pit. Both of them actually.
Yeah, he's got one horrible lap in his whole race, and that was it.
You're talking about Marty?
Yep. Yeah, he had one bad lap. Other than that, he's run a pretty good race.
Yeah, the 325. Wow, yeah, that was a lap. 325.
Whoa, Parsons takes it off, takes it wide. Back on it, though.
Parsons currently running MP3.
This race won. We'll be able to see what his first lap time with new tyres is on soon.
Gee, Marty stays out. Yeah, Marty hasn't pitted yet, and he stays out for another lap.
He's got some secret extra tank tucked underneath the driver's seat.
Well, you know, his lap times are good. Actually, they're actually 222s, pretty consistent, very consistent laps. And why not? I guess if you're turning consistent laps, why wouldn't you stay out?
All everybody's got to do here is just finish, and everybody will finish in the points. We've got 16 drivers.
Yeah, 14 laps to go now as well. As his first lap with, well, not his first. Ignore me, sorry.
Chris
So
Moses.
we got Moses, Schubeck, Monroy haven't pitted yet, or Maris,
Well,
I don't
no,
think.
hold on. You know what? Moses pitted around lap 9. Looks like he's got a 3-minute, 24-second lap there. Lap 8.
I don't think that's enough for a pit, is it, Alex?
Unless he's jumped in. I don't know. I don't think so, but unless it was like a really, really incredibly short fill. Or time.
Well, Aaron Parsons' pit time was 3:52.
What he might have done is change tyres if he had a puncture or something.
And take on a little bit of fuel.
That seems really fast. I know he's a wizard in the pits, but I mean, come on, guys. I mean, that would be magic wand stuff.
I don't know. Joe no say. I know that he's running out there for quite some time.
Well, we still got a few guys to pit, and that'll straighten out the order there. Running lap 22. And Chris is staying out for another lap.
And so is Eiran.
Yeah, and you know, Marty's lap times are just very, very consistent in the 222s this last, 8 or 9 laps. Super consistent. Now, he's showing a 325, but that can't be enough for a pit stop. I can't see it.
I don't know. Maybe enough for a tire change and a splash of fuel. I don't know. I mean, he's gone 26 laps if he's not taking on any fuel at all.
Very interesting when two brilliant minds in me, we can't figure this thing out, but,
No, I think he has passed you.
I don't know,
what, that
boys.
325, Alex? You think that's enough time? 1 minute to get down pit lane, get tires, get fuel, and get the heck out?
I don't think he'd have got fuel. But then if he didn't get fuel, then how's he going so long? I don't know.
How's he going to finish if he didn't take fuel?
We are going to call up the boys over at Scrutineering. That's how they call it over here in Belgium. Scrutineering, and take a really close look at these cars.
Now he'll have to pit again. He can't make the end of the race from here. He will pit again.
Yes, he will.
Yes. He will.
He will pat.
He should pit this lap.
Probably.
I've decided he's going to pit this lap.
Oh no!
Don't prove me wrong, Chris.
No, he's not.
Well, Marty Eiran is not pitting,
No, Marty's staying out.
and so is Chris.
Alright.
And Eiran, who's not too far behind them, must be thinking, "What the heck?"
Oh, they must have that fuel patch. Very interesting.
I'm telling you, no, it's not the fuel patch; it's the extra fuel tank underneath the driver's seat. Perfect place to hide it.
The same with Schubeck. You know, he had early on in the race, he had pitted early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like lap 8, he's got a 343 in there. But would that be enough fuel to get him through to the end?
Not to the end, but that's definitely pit. That's definitely pit time. All things considered, with the long pit lane that we have here at Spa.
Well, you know what, folks? Going forward, I am going to make absolute note of everyone that pits from here on in and what they do. I'm going to watch these guys just so we know what is going on out there. Now, got a good battle going on, Johnny McIntyre and Juan Monroy, and they are closing up on Brad Maris as well.
Well, let's take a look here. So we were on board with Eiran Parsons. Marty Eiran, Chris Moses, Eiran Parsons, and David Can. So, I mean, David Canavan's about 10 seconds back of Parsons.
So we got Brad Maris in 6th. He's followed by Juan Monroy in 7th and John Mack in 8th. They are giving a good go out here tonight. Johnny Mack and Juan have put in decent races. Juan's in another one of those immaculate looking Ferraris. But good on John McIntyre. He's having a real decent race out there tonight.
Yeah, that he is.
You know, for the track being damp, I still see quite a bit of spray offline there, Alex.
Yeah.
And reflection.
Racing line. Ooh, Chris went sideways. Yeah, the racing line will always dry a bit quicker than off the racing line, because that's where the cars are driving.
Our viewership has hit the double digits. Nice.
1,000 viewers. I love it.
1,000 viewers.
Come on.
I'd really like to know what the heck
Be
this beeping
optimistic.
is on my side here. This is just driving me insane.
Well, I hear it, but I don't really hear it.
I think it has to do with the XSplit program. So, we're on board with Eiran Parsons, but let's take a look at the rest of the
Maris
field.
is out with an accident.
Oh,
Maris is out. Brad Maris is out.
Disaster for Anger Racing.
yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. That is really going to make this team championship interesting, boys.
Yeah, Sergio Calderon is still there in 13th. He's been having a quiet night, but has kept it on track and out of trouble. Unlike some people, Ian Jolicoeur is out with suspension damage.
And there goes another one. You know, at least, you know, Wathan and Jolicoeur get to shed their weight, you know, for the races coming up. But that's about the only bright light that they can get out of tonight.
Larry Ferguson inherits the last points paying position. Now, he just found the wall out there before Blanchimont, but all he's got to do is just keep it on track. He's been trying his best.
Oh, that car's beat to pieces. That's no Ferrari, I'll tell you. That thing's smacked up in every corner. Hey, hang in there, Larry. And you know what, Larry? I'll get some bio stuff off you, and we'll do a little feature on you next race. There you go.
Yeah, we'll do a feature on Larry Ferguson.
Loving for everybody, including those BMs. Now, as you were mentioning, Alex, T-Broke Dam Bam, Parsons and Calderon, they're in great shape to pick up some half-decent points tonight, and so are Chris Moses and Al Merriman. So this is going to close up that team championship.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Neither of them will be able to overtake Anger Racing, but definitely close the gap a lot.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they'd want to see, right? See the team points gap close a little bit, and they'll deal with the rest from there for the remainder of the season with the remaining 5 rounds.
Hey, anything can happen. You know, another wet track. I don't know. Do we have a night race coming up, Alex?
Good question.
Sir?
Do we have a night race coming up?
I shall check.
You know, because they're always interesting. They always create mayhem. You know, qualifying in the dark's one thing, but you know, 25 cars out there piling around in the dark is always makes for interesting.
Eiran Parsons
racing.
gets by Chris Moses.
Yeah, in pretty quick order too. So.
Whoa! Takes it way wide. Chris Moses out into the mucky stuff. I think he's coming in this lap here.
Whoa, and you know what? Did you see that?
Yeah,
Look,
Parsons just took
in
it off
front.
as well.
Parsons all over the place, and Moses is in.
So Moses comes in, and Marty Eiran still out there, but Eiran Parsons is making quick work of closing the gap to Marty Eiran. So
It's not specified when the night race is on the schedule. But coming up, we've got Brno, Brands Hatch, Bahrain, Oschersleben, and the Nürburgring.
they're running Brno in GT1.
Yeah, next week.
Can't stand that track.
Ken, you meant to make it appealing to the viewers. You meant to go, oh, it's a really challenging track.
Again, that's why I read the disclaimer earlier. Our opinions do not reflect that of the league.
Yeah, you guys are cracking me up.
Yeah, tune in next week to Brno where the commentator hates.
You know what? I think that I'm going to include that.
I like Brno, and you know what? I think Oscherslaben's going to be a good one too.
Well, Oschersleben I like because, Jack, you came up with that fantastic setup for the Z4 last season, and I've liked it ever since. I mean, I used that setup for everything all of last season, and it just worked.
Never worked for me. But then again, nothing much does.
It was an off-the-wall setup.
Yeah, Parsons, down to 14 seconds. Now, are you guys sure, like that 325, are you sure that Marty's going to make it to the end? We still have...
No, Marty won't make it to end.
Yeah, he's got 9 laps to go. He's just going to need a splash.
Yeah,
that's a long pit road.
Yeah, and there's not enough of a gap for him to hold Parsons from taking over that position, taking over the lead if he comes in. And I think we might see him coming in. Then again, we might not.
I can't believe you don't like Brno but like Oschersleben. That's the wrong way around.
So says the great Alex White, right?
I wouldn't say great.
Oh, David Canavan takes it wide into the bus stop, misses his braking point.
Marty is doing decent lap times as well still.
Looks like Juan Monroy is trying to catch up with Johnny McIntyre. So we've got a battle brewing here, and he's got some damage to the front of that not so pristine Ferrari anymore. So Jack.
Oh well, Ezra just put in his best lap of the race. It's a 2:19.3.
You got quite a battle going on. 8, 9, and 10. Looks like we've got Bjorn Heyman, Salem Montgomery. Salem Montgomery having a look on the inside, and a little farther back is Thomas Schubeck. So Salem just got by Schubeck.
Yep, he is putting all sorts of pressure on Heyman. Heyman's not budging. He's just kind of cruising around the race line. Oh, spoke too soon.
Took that one wide. Some side-by-side action there. Well, good on them. They're giving each other a bit of room. But Salem gets the job done. Still, good race for Bjorn. Out there in P9 right now. That's great.
Yep, and no doubt that Ludden's got to be out there spotting for his teammate. So now Thomas Schubeck... I'm sorry, go ahead, Jack.
I just want to throw that out to those guys. We got Brad Merritt, Ian Joliker, John Ludden, Mike Greatrix, John Wathen. They've all stayed in the game. Thank you guys, because when you guys, jump out of the game, you never know what's going to happen. So thanks a lot to you guys. It's shown a lot of respect for the other guys out on track. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Myers in the pits.
And he's gone. Looks like he came in just for a splash.
Yeah, you only need 8 laps of fuel now.
So Marty Eiran is still out there leading this race. I don't know, boys. This one, and Aaron Parsons is not far back. So if Eiran pits, for sure he's going to have to concede the lead to Parsons. But does he have enough to pull out a P2 out of all of this?
Well, you know, Marty's out there running 222s. Parsons out there, as Alex pointed out, just ran his fastest lap at a 217. So Parsons has got a 219 to 217, so he is picking up the pace, and he does have the pace. If Marty didn't pit, it's going to be real close at the end.
Well, I'd hate to see Marty Eiran gamble and run out of fuel on the last lap or next, the penultimate lap. But I'm sure he knows what he's doing out there.
You know, another guy we haven't talked about is Gup Douglas. Gup Douglas has been chasing down Chris Moses since we started this race. Gup running in 7th, doing a great job out there tonight. So good on Gup. And good on Chris, started last, and he's sitting in P6 right now.
I still say that had it not been for his no-qual penalty, this certainly would have been Chris Moses' race to win. No doubt Parsons would have given him a huge run for his money, but I still think that the pit wizard would have pulled it out of the hat.
Well, he might have, and he might have been the guy that T-boned the driver instead of Ludden.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I mean, they might have just changed places, and Ludden might have been in behind going, "Thank you very much, see you later."
Salem running a solid 8th after having passed Bjorn Heyman. And now Thomas Schubeck looking to improve his running spot from P10 to P9 as he's starting to close the gap a little bit more on Bjorn.
Yeah, Schubes has got that Ford GT running real well tonight.
Al with heavy damage to the front left of his Saline.
Oh, so Salines can be damaged.
Oh, you know what? I think I know. I think I know what the heck is causing this beeping online.
You're right. Al's smashed to left front. And Al spun it.
Yeah, he spun it at the bus stop.
Yeah, left front, left side. Left rear. Heavy damage, and that's got to be a handful for Al this late in the race.
Yeah, it won't be helping.
Sergio Calderon, we've not given him much coverage tonight, but he's been out there running in running 12th, but just being as consistent as he can be, is now being chased by Mr. Smooth, Greg Myers. And that beeping...
Yeah, Greg's not too far off that action.
He's not. And that beeping sound, folks that are watching online, is because of a spotter mod that I installed on my computer today, and I forgot to turn it off. And it's running in the background.
Well, we'll blame the technical people and not the broadcast people, Ken, so have your people get in there and fix that up later on.
Oh, absolutely. I just need to remember to go into the task manager and turn it off because it is a background program.
We got Larry Ferguson in 14th. I don't know. How's Larry been doing anyway? Anybody know
let's
how he's
take
been
a look.
doing so far this season?
Boy, not too bad. He's not been running at the front of the pack, but he's been holding his own for the few races that he's been racing with us.
Oh, another one of those BMs. Hey, good on Larry. You know what? Larry reminds me of me. Keep going, Larry. Finish the race.
That's
I like
it.
these guys who just keep going and finish.
Not to mention, he's going to pick up, what, 3 points if he stays in 14th? So, yeah. Heck yeah.
Why not? 3 points is huge for a guy like me. So, I mean, it's nothing for a guy like Alex, but I mean, for a guy like me, that's huge. Now, back up front. Parsons only 3 seconds behind. And he's got 5 laps to do it. Can he do it, boys?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the lap time comparisons are... Oh, looks like Sergio just busted his suspension up. But, it's...
Oh, man.
That gap is falling quickly.
Point well taken. Larry, you're going to finish in 13th. Hang in there, brother.
Yeah, that's it. And we've had a lot of attrition tonight.
Half the field.
Just about, yeah. And the track has stayed damp from when it went damp and just has not conceded to a dry surface. So these guys have had they've worked for these positions here tonight.
Now, Alex, maybe you can answer this. If there was more cars on the track, would the track dry up quicker?
No. It's to do with the weather file. It's generated by the weather mod.
So, and it looks like Marty had a bit of a moment there.
That's the tires going out on him. Or at least starting to.
Whoa, Ezra's just going crazy through that Eau Rouge. Man, I'd be puckering up like crazy.
Well, he's got the fresher rubber on his car, no doubt. So I think he's gonna just wait for a good, clean spot. If he can get close enough to Eiran and try to put the moves on him, or Marty may just, I don't want to say he's gonna roll over and give it to him, but he may just concede that Parsons does have the pace. But hey, stranger things have happened.
If Marty doesn't need to pit again, then he definitely fight for the pit.
Marty lost it. Oh, the pressure.
Yep, he succumbed to the pressure.
It's not really pressure.
Well, I don't know. You know, if I watched Alex, maybe not for you. Well, Marty shouldn't either. He's a seasoned professional. But if I watched Eiran closing down on me as quick as he took that gap down, I'd be looking in my rearview mirror.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. You don't even use your rearview mirror, right? You just go forward. But you know, I'd be losing it to the pressure. Now, is Canavan in a position to overtake Marty with 4 laps to go?
With 4 laps? Well, are we going to finish on laps or are we going to finish on time? Because we are cutting it really, really close here.
Well, he's only 3 seconds, 2 seconds behind.
That indeed. But we're on board with Eiran Parsons right now. I want to see him as he comes across the start-finish line after La Source and see if this might not be the last lap. Nope, not yet. Wow, Parsons having to get way off the throttle coming up through the upper portion of Eau Rouge.
Well, even if he had to get off the throttle and these guys caught up to him, there's no way to get around him. But King Canavan, he's only got a second and a half up to Marty. You know, if Marty makes one more mistake, Canavan is going to be pressing for P2.
Well, by this time, By this time, I believe that Marty Eiran's rear tires are shot, and he's just hanging on for dear life.
What's your call, Alex?
Yeah, I think David will get him. David's doing much better lap times.
You know, these two podium positions are coming right down to the end.
Some of these guys have drove brilliant races tonight, considering the adverse conditions they had to face early on in the race. Gup Douglas chasing down Salem Montgomery Jr.
Or not. That's your winner.
Oh, there it is.
Nope,
no, one more lap.
Also,
I'm sorry, folks. I guess it was just the dip of the lights as he was going by the back marker. Oh, by the back marker.
Lap traffic.
By one of the other drivers.
Canavan with a run on Marty Eiran. Marty looking to cool off his tires, and there he goes.
Wow. Smoked.
Wait a minute. Nope. Did Eiran run out of fuel? No. But he sure is not on that throttle at all right now. He is probably down on fumes.
I think you're right. I think he's running out of fuel. I've got his engine sound in my headset right now, guys, and he is literally driving that like my mother, and she's 89.
McIntyre's into the pits. Looks like he needed the fuel as well.
We've got another car spun on the track.
Wow. So Parsons going to walk away with yet another one. And Canavan just kind of cruising right now to an easy second place.
If I was David Canavan, I'd be pretty pleased with that. Only 10 seconds behind Eiran.
Absolutely.
In the words of a very famous 2- or 3-time drivers champion, I'd be quite pleased with myself.
Well, you know what? I got to say, I think all the drivers have got to be pleased with this because real tough conditions tonight. You know, we saw a flooded track at the start and stayed damp throughout the rest of the race.
I'm on board with Eiran Parsons. Let's see, is this it? And
no,
it's not, eh?
No, it's going to 36 laps.
It's going to 36 laps. So, and now
Marty's
Canavan
had to pull into the pits.
Yep, that was a fuel thing.
And that's going to put Monroy into third.
Quite possibly, yeah, because Monroy's coming through what I call the hammer handle part of the track now into Blanchemont.
And McIntyre's back out on track.
Monroy must have had a serious run-in with something because, boy, that Ferrari's all beat up in the front.
Well, Ferraris aren't supposed to have any damage on them. They're supposed to be pretty cars.
Chris Moses looks like he might pick up fourth.
And that was a good run by Chris.
Marty Eiran just getting to his pit right now. Just. So. And here comes Monroy around Lesource. Chris Moses now through Lesource, so he's going to pick up fourth. That's a heartbreaker right there. And Marty Eiran is... He took his little splash and he's gone, but... Moses is probably... Wow, well, I don't know. Will he have the advantage?
Well, Moses got a run on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Eiran can fight this one. But can he get it back?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You're not... Last lap, you're not going to pass Chris.
Yeah, Chris is not going to concede an inch to you.
Sail him in the pits. Sail him out of fuel.
Oh, he's changing tires. Oh, this is finished. Salem's going to be stuck in the pits forever because he's changed tires, which is a massive shame.
Yep, so the race is done.
Why would he be changing tires?
A mistake.
It's got to be a mistake. So Parsons, your race winner, Canavan in second, and Juan Monroy coming around to take third.
I think... Right, this might be a bit naughty, but I think Salem can turn the pit limiter off and not worry about a speeding drive-through thing at this point.
John McIntyre running a brilliant race. Still out there racing, but he's in sixth.
Yeah, great race from Johnny Mac. Glad to see that. Bjorn Heyman. Is he in the pits too?
Yeah.
He parked it. Well, guys, that was very interesting. Boy, I wonder who called Aaron Parsons to win this race. Whoever did is an absolute genius. And I gotta tell you, Alex and Ken, thanks for letting me up here to join you again. It's been a while, but hey, I love it, and I love hanging out with you guys.
Cheers for coming.
Yeah, no doubt, Jack. Thank you so much, and it's good to know that you are going to be around yet again. I'm pretty sure that some of the boys, when they see the rebroadcast, are going to be a bit surprised, but yeah, it's a good thing. So, you know, Alex and I have been doing the broadcasts, and you coming back, I think it's going to be pretty well. Threesome in the broadcast booth.
Hey, and you know what, Alex? Look out, because I'm coming back to Monday Night Racing. And I'll be out there on Monday night, giving her all in the big Merc. So thanks, guys, for having me. And thanks for all the guys who came out to race tonight.
Cheers.
Take care, guys. And for Jack Ivey and Alex White, I am Ken Rodriguez, and we're going to sign off.
Are we not going to... Sorry. Are we not going to interview Ezra?
We can. Let's see. Where is he? Let's see. Where is Eiran? Let's bring him up here.
Okay, but that man.
He's all by himself. Going to bring him up here. And welcome, Eiran.
Hi, Ken.
Congratulations again. This is becoming, we're gonna bring some virtual coffee up here into the broadcast booth for you, Eiran, when you come to join us now, because it's becoming a regular thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty good habit to have, isn't it?
It is, man. It is.
Must be boring when the same person wins over and over and over and over again.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It was quite you drivers out there tonight had a lot to contend with. Perfect qualifying conditions and perfect practice conditions, and then it goes flooded at the race and quickly turns over to wet. So, I mean, what did you do to handle that?
That was some of the most treacherous, slippery conditions I've ever driven in. Fortunately, I made the right call on the tyres. I picked soft, wet fronts and hard, wet rears. So those tyres were running hot, but they were good enough to go the distance until I wanted to switch tyres at the pit stop.
Right, yeah, certainly. Your car looked very hooked up. I mean, some of the drivers made great choices on tires, some of them not so great, which was evident in how much attrition that we suffered tonight. You, Andres Preto, having a fantastic battle early on, and we saw when you guys got together, and Ludden just kind of skated through, and things just started changing from there on.
Yeah, that was a good battle with Andres. I think he must have been on soft wets all round. Was suffering with the tyres a little bit. It was really difficult to get past him cleanly because when I tried braking slightly deeper or going slightly faster through a corner, I just completely lost grip.
Well,
so that was a good battle.
Might I recommend that you, as soon as you can, get a hold of that broadcast and just take a look at it. Great coverage on there, great commentary and stuff, and even some speculation. So, but take it with a grain of salt because I tell you, nothing offensive. Just we speak our minds up here in the broadcast booth, But it was a great battle, and we stated that, and I had some speculation on the opposition's strategy. I know you were driving straight up, but I just just kind of threw a whole bunch of ideas out there and probably corrupted our viewership's thought process on how some of the other drivers attack things. But again, a great run, Eiran. Fantastic.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for doing the broadcast, guys.
Yeah, well done. That was well driven.
Thank you.
Yep. So I'll drop you back down into the channel, Eiran, and again, thanks again for putting on a great show and the win. So we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
So there you have it, folks. Eiran Parsons, your race winner here at Spa-Francorchamps, and we are going to call it a night. For Jack Ivey and Alex White, I'm Ken Rodriguez. Thanks for joining us, and we'll do it again next week.
Cheers, guys.